how cursed real-life SpongeBob is.
Ruining SpongeBob in 60 seconds. Starfish eat literally everything, including sponges and mollusks, meaning Patrick would have straight up eaten SpongeBob and then gone after Gary for seconds. And he would have done that by ejecting his stomach and digesting them from the outside. A lot of sea sponges produce toxins, like the Caribbean fire sponge can cause painful rashes just by you touching them. So sponge's only defense would have been poisoning Patrick. Squidward is an octopus with 6 legs, meaning he's missing 2. You ever wonder what happened to him? But also as an octopus, his diet means he would have deprived his crab boss of life. But as a sperm whale, his daughter Pearl would have packed him right back up. Chum is bait, made of ground up chunks of fish meat, blood, and bone, meaning Sheldon was on that Dahmer timing. His competition ain't that much better because the Krusty Krab is a lobster trap. Speaking of lobsters, they don't die of old age, they become a hashtag when they get so big that the process of molting causes them to literally retire from life. Living like Larry means the bigger your mass gets, the closer the cast get. If Sandy spent her entire life in that suit, she'd get factory reset by her teeth growing into her skull. But out of all the characters, the one with the highest body count would actually be Gary, since snails are responsible for murking 200,000 people every trip around the sun, the more you know. Ever see this floating pink ball in the ocean? Going the other way might just save your life. An Australian fisherman noticed what he thought was a downed hot air balloon, but when he got close enough to smell it, he realized what it was and that his life was in danger. Because this hot air balloon was actually a rotting upside down whale carcass, and the hot air was actually trapped gas that caused the decaying whale corpse to become bloated. When whales die, they decompose, and with nowhere to go, the gas that gets produced ends up trapped inside all that blubber. The reason you don't want to be anywhere near it is because it's a ticking flesh bomb that can explode and shower you in a confetti of blood and guts. Not only is that trauma enough to pay off your therapist's mortgage, since a bloated past tense whale can launch its guts at 45 miles per hour, it can actually kill you if you're close enough. And if you're dumb enough to be standing on the whale when it explodes, it can real life launch you clear in the air. In 2004, a 60-foot sperm whale was being transported down a busy street in Taiwan when it suddenly painted the entire block red. I couldn't tell you if it was cloudy, but it was in fact raining meatballs. In 1970 in Oregon, people used dynamite to blow apart a 50-foot whale carcass that had washed ashore. What they thought it would do was divide the whale into easier to manage pieces. What actually happened was chunks of whale rained down on the crowd of people that had gathered by to watch, and one piece was so thick it actually destroyed a man's car. Moral of this video: that's not a hot air balloon, it's a flash pass to Jesus if you're not careful. This bird can end your life in one of the worst ways possible. This is a hooded pitowee, and it's the only poisonous bird in the world. Its feathers, skin, and even tissues contain a potent batrachotoxin that it steals from the beetles it eats. That same poison is the reason why this frog can murk 20,000 mice, pack up 10 people, and even though it could sleep on a quarter, this frog allegedly contains enough toxin to drop a full-grown elephant. And that's the same poison this toxic sweetie uses to defend itself. And because its poison is a neurotoxin, it basically shuts down muscle by blocking the sodium channels of nerve cells, meaning it would just get harder and harder for you to breathe until your lungs shut down. Eventually you'd become paralyzed, you'd lose consciousness, and your heart would stop. Not only can the poison turn you into past tense in only 10 minutes, the amount of poison it would take to turn your name into a hashtag weighs as much as 2 grains of salt. If you touch this bird with your lips, your entire mouth would go numb, and we know that because someone actually did it. But to be fair, this bird's never taken a human life, that we know of. But this tiny bird has the power to put you on the news, and I don't think nearly enough people talk about it.